Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your hands and feet after eating seafood? Or maybe a persistent metallic taste that lingers for hours? At any age, these sensations can be unsettling. But if you're over 50, they could be red flags that the fish you're eating is quietly harming your health. At Organic Awakening, we uncover the hidden dangers in our food, expose the risks that mainstream advice ignores, and empower you with natural solutions to protect your vitality and longevity. According to the Geriatric Society, fish-related poisonings have surged by 234% in the last decade. The National Institute of Toxicology has identified 6 species with dangerously high levels of mercury and toxins, far exceeding safe limits. And here's the shocking part. Some of these fish are still marketed as healthy at your local grocery store. Before you take another bite, you need to know the truth. Today, we're exposing 6 fish that older adults should avoid at all costs. You'll discover the hidden dangers these fish pose to your heart, joints, and nervous system. Why they could be silently damaging your health, even if they seem harmless. The safer, nutrient-rich alternatives that let you enjoy seafood without the risks. This life-saving information could protect you or a loved one from serious long-term health complications. And if you're new to Organic Awakening and love straightforward, science-backed health advice, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's dive in and reveal the truth. 1. Squid. A hidden source of cholesterol and joint issues. Squid is a familiar menu item, especially popular in Mediterranean cuisine. Whether it's fried calamari or a tender stew, it's often praised for its high protein and mineral content. While that's true, there's a catch. A 100-gram serving of squid contains around 260 milligrams of cholesterol, significantly higher than most other seafood. This is crucial if you're trying to keep your LDL cholesterol levels low or have a family history of heart disease. The Society of Cardiology recommends limiting squid intake to no more than 100 grams per week if you have high cholesterol. Excess LDL cholesterol can harden arteries and increase the risk of cardiovascular events. Squid also contains purines, which the body converts into uric acid. If you're prone to gout, too many purines can trigger painful joint inflammation. Gout attacks can leave you limping or struggling to grip objects, a major issue if you're already dealing with age-related stiffness. To reduce these risks, try cooking squid steamed or grilled instead of frying it in saturated fats. Another tip is to marinate squid in vinegar or lemon juice for 30 minutes before cooking. Some studies suggest this helps break down purines, making it easier to digest. Pairing squid with fiber-rich foods like spinach or legumes can also help reduce cholesterol absorption. If you have high cholesterol or gout, consult your doctor before adding squid to your regular diet. A small portion every now and then may be fine, but your health should always come first. 2nd, escalor, a digestive disaster. Also known as Lepidosibium flavobruneum, escalor is often served in high-end restaurants and marketed similarly to swordfish or cod due to its firm, white flesh. But behind its mild flavor hides something called gempilotoxin, a type of wax ester that can wreak havoc on digestion. The human body struggles to break down these wax esters. Eating too much can cause a condition known as cardiuria, an uncontrollable, oily diarrhea. For older adults, cardiuria can be especially dangerous. It can lead to dehydration, nutrient loss, dizziness, confusion, or even an increased risk of falls. The Agency for Food Safety and Nutrition advises avoiding this fish altogether if you have digestive issues or a weakened immune system. If you still want to try it for some reason, experts suggest limiting portions to no more than 50 grams per serving and never eating it twice in the same day. Some people bake or grill escalor on absorbent paper to reduce its fat content, and pairing it with fiber-rich vegetables may help minimize digestive discomfort. However, it's worth noting that several countries require health warnings about this fish, and some have even banned it from the market. 3. Albacore tuna, a mercury threat. Should you avoid these fish? A guide to safe seafood choices. Tuna, especially a good grilled tuna steak, is a popular choice. However, albacore tuna ranks high on the list of fish with the highest mercury concentrations, containing about 0.689 milligrams per kilogram. Mercury is a heavy metal that affects the nervous system, potentially causing memory problems, reduced cognitive function, and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. It can also impact the kidneys and cardiovascular system. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends that adults should not exceed 1,600 milligrams of mercury per kilogram of body weight per week. That means if you weigh 70 kilograms, you should consume no more than 200 grams of albacore tuna per week, which equals about 112 milligrams of mercury. If you're a fan of tuna, there are ways to minimize potential harm. One strategy is limiting intake to 1 serving per month. Another is pairing tuna with selenium-rich foods like Brazil nuts, as selenium may help neutralize some of mercury's harmful effects. Some nutrition experts also note that canned albacore in water tends to have lower mercury levels than tuna canned in oil. When cooking fresh tuna, grilling or baking is preferable to frying, as frying may increase the accumulation of toxins in the meat. 4. Sardines. Nutritional powerhouses with some risks. Sardines are a favorite among many for their omega-3 fatty acids and high nutrient density. They are often recommended for heart health and bone strength due to their calcium content. However, they may pose 2 key issues for older adults. Purines. Sardines, like squid, contain purines that convert into uric acid, potentially worsening gout. A 100-gram serving of canned sardines can contain up to 480 milligrams of purines, a significant amount that could trigger joint pain in those prone to gout. Sodium. Canned sardines, preserved with salt, can contain up to 500 milligrams of sodium per 100 grams. If you're managing high blood pressure, this is a red flag. To reduce risks, it's best to limit canned sardines to 150 grams per week. If you opt for fresh sardines, grilling or baking them without added salt is a healthier. 5. Tilapia. The budget-friendly fish with a hidden downside. Tilapia is widely available, affordable, and has a mild, versatile taste. However, it contains high levels of omega-6 fatty acids compared to omega-3s. While omega-6 is essential in small amounts, excessive intake can promote inflammation, worsening conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and heart disease. A diet high in omega-6 may increase the risk of inflammatory disorders by up to 25% in older adults. Tilapia has around 2.5 grams of omega-6 per 100 gram serving, compared to only 2 grams of omega-3s, an unhealthy ratio. Moderation is key. To balance omega-6 intake, limit tilapia to 150 grams per week. Pair it with omega-3-rich fish like salmon or trout. Avoid frying tilapia, as it adds unhealthy fats and oxidation byproducts. Instead, steam or bake it with antioxidant-rich herbs like thyme or rosemary, which may help counteract omega-6's inflammatory properties. 6. Eel. A delicacy with high fat and toxin. Levels eel is a prized delicacy in some regions, such as Catalonia and the Basque Country, known for its rich, buttery texture. However, it contains about 25 grams of fat per 100 grams, making it a heavy burden on the liver and cardiovascular system. This is especially concerning if you already have cholesterol issues. Eel also accumulates mercury, around 0.3 milligrams per kilogram, and industrial toxins like dioxins and polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs. Studies have linked these contaminants to neurological disorders, including Alzheimer's. After age 50, the body becomes less efficient at eliminating toxins, meaning regular eel consumption can lead to harmful toxin buildup. To reduce risks, limit eel to less than 80 grams once a month. Steam or grill it without added oil rather than frying. Some chefs recommend soaking eel in a vinegar-water mixture for 30 minutes before cooking to help remove surface toxins. Should you completely avoid these fish? Not necessarily, unless your doctor advises otherwise. The key takeaway is moderation and informed choices. If you're over 50, your body is undergoing metabolic changes that affect bone density, organ function, and toxin processing. An occasional indulgence won't harm you, but frequent consumption of high-risk fish could lead to serious long-term health problems. If you're wondering which fish are safer for frequent consumption, good alternatives include salmon, trout, herring. Smaller fish like anchovies, lower in mercury and high in omega-3s. A varied diet is key. No single fish can meet all your nutritional needs or completely solve dietary concerns. A good rule of thumb is to rotate between low-mercury fish, lean meats, legumes, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. If changing your seafood habits feels overwhelming, start small. Halve your tilapia intake. Choose fresh sardines over canned ones. Eat squid only once every 2 weeks. Balance high cholesterol or purine intake with fiber-rich vegetables. Taking these precautions can improve overall health and help prevent painful flare-ups or unexpected hospital visits.